Millionaires don't think about money the same way most people do, and that's not by accident. There are rules the rich live by that almost no one else even knows exist. They're not magic, they're not luck, they're mental frameworks, invisible habits that compound over time until they become unstoppable. And once you understand them, you'll realize wealth isn't reserved for a few. It's simply mastered by those who know the rules. When Jason was 25, he made the same mistake most people make. He thought getting rich was about making more money. So he worked harder, chased promotions, and upgraded his lifestyle every time his paycheck went up. By 30, he was earning six figures, but still broke. Then he met his mentor, a quiet millionaire who changed everything with one sentence. Money isn't something you earn. It's something you multiply. Jason stopped trying to work harder and started thinking differently. He learned how to make his money grow without him. Within 5 years, he wasn't just earning more, he was free. That mentor taught him 5 principles that wealthy people live by but rarely talk about. These are the rules that separate those who struggle forever from those who quietly build empires. And once you understand them, you'll never look at money the same way again. The first secret millionaires live by is this: the rich never trade time for money. Ordinary people sell hours. Wealthy people buy freedom. They understand that time is the real currency, and that the only way to escape the cycle is to make money work independently from effort. If you're paid by the hour or the month, your income has a ceiling. You can't scale time. But the wealthy use leverage, assets, systems, and people to separate time from income. For example, a salaried worker earns money only while they work. A business owner earns while others work. An investor earns while capital works. The wealthy build machines that keep producing income even when they're asleep. And here's the twist: you don't need millions to start doing the same. You can use technology, automation, and investments to create leverage in your own life, right now. Most people stay broke because they believe hard work alone builds wealth. But the rich know the truth. Hard work is just the first step. Real freedom starts when your effort stops being the engine, and your money becomes it. The second secret millionaires live by is that money is a tool, not a trophy. Poor people use money to prove things. Rich people use it to build things. That's the difference between consumption and creation. Most people see money as something to spend, a reward for effort. The wealthy see it as something to deploy, a resource that builds more value. When they make money, they don't ask, "What can I buy?" They ask, "What can this create?" That mindset shift changes everything. Instead of seeing a dollar as something to use once, they see it as a worker they can hire forever. Every dollar they invest buys a little more freedom. Here's the irony: the people who look rich, the ones flashing cars, watches, and vacations, are often drowning in debt. The truly wealthy don't need to prove anything. Their money works quietly in the background, multiplying while everyone else is showing off. Money is energy. If you waste it proving your worth, it disappears. If you direct it with purpose, it compounds. The poor spend for approval. The rich invest for autonomy. And that's why one group works until they die, while the other designs the life they want. The third secret millionaires live by is that they think in decades, not days. Most people want instant results, fast money, quick wins, overnight success. But the wealthy know that money obeys the same law as nature. It compounds over time. You can't rush it, but you can accelerate it by being consistent. Think of wealth like planting trees. The poor look for fruit every week. The rich focus on building the forest. They make decisions today that will feed them 10 years from now, not 10 minutes from now. When an average person gets paid, they think, "How do I spend this?" When a millionaire gets paid, they think, "How do I grow this?" That one question, repeated over years, creates an entirely different life. This long-term mindset applies to everything: investing, relationships, business, even learning. Every skill and every dollar compounds quietly in the background until one day it looks like luck. The truth is, time is the most powerful wealth-building tool in existence. The problem is, most people trade it for temporary pleasure instead of lasting growth. Millionaires aren't patient because they're saints, they're patient because they understand math. Compounding rewards time, not speed. The fourth secret millionaires live by is that they protect their attention like gold. Because attention is gold. The rich know that where focus goes, money flows, and that distraction is the tax of the poor. Most people lose their wealth before they even build it, simply because their attention is scattered. They chase every new trend, every hot stock, every viral side hustle. But the wealthy? They filter ruthlessly. If an idea doesn't align with their goals, it's noise, and noise costs money. That's why they don't spend hours scrolling, arguing, or comparing. They treat focus like a currency and guard it fiercely. One clear plan executed for 5 years will outperform 1,000 random ideas started and abandoned. And here's the irony. Attention is free, yet it's the most valuable thing you own. The economy we live in isn't driven by money, it's driven by attention. Companies pay billions just to capture yours. Millionaires flip that equation. Instead of spending their attention, they invest it into skills, assets, and relationships that pay long-term dividends. If you can master where your focus goes, you'll master where your future grows. Distraction is expensive. Clarity is priceless. The fifth secret millionaires live by is that they play defense before offense. Most people only think about making money. The rich think first about not losing it. Because the first rule of wealth is simple: protect the principal. Here's the truth: anyone can get lucky once. You can make money fast through a big deal, a risky trade, or a viral moment. But if you don't know how to protect it, it disappears just as fast. That's why the wealthy focus on risk management before reward. They diversify, keep cash reserves, and never invest in something they don't understand. They know that staying in the game matters more than winning one round. Losing 50% means you need a 100% gain just to break even, and they never let that happen. The rich don't chase hype. They study systems. They don't ask, "How much can I make?" They ask, "How much can I afford to lose?" That's why they survive downturns while everyone else panics. Wealth isn't built by being aggressive. It's built by being strategic. The goal isn't to swing for the fences. It's to stay consistent and compound over time. Because money that's protected multiplies, and money that's risked recklessly disappears. So now you know the 5 secrets millionaires rarely share. They don't trade time for money, they use money as a tool, they think in decades, they protect their attention, and they play defense before offense. These aren't tricks, they're mindset. But here's what most people get wrong. They think these principles only work once you're rich. The truth is, they're the reason people get rich in the first place. Anyone can apply them, whether you have $100 or 100,000. The difference is how early you start and how long you stick with it. Because once you stop thinking like the crowd, the game changes. And there's one final secret that ties all of this together, one mindset shift that turns these 5 rules into a lifelong money machine. It's the one thing the rich will never say out loud, but I will. Here's the final secret, the one that ties everything together: millionaires don't chase money. They chase freedom. Because when you focus on freedom, money becomes a byproduct. But when you focus on money, you'll never have enough. Wealthy people understand that money is just stored energy, a reflection of value created and discipline maintained. The goal isn't to collect numbers on a screen, it's to build a life where you control your time, your choices, and your peace of mind. That's why they think long-term, protect their focus, and let compounding do the heavy lifting. They know wealth doesn't come from a single big win, but from thousands of quiet, consistent decisions executed over years. You can start doing the same today. Build leverage, buy assets, and treat your money like employees, not trophies. Make them work for you. And remember, the real flex isn't the car you drive, it's the calendar you own. Freedom is the ultimate status symbol, and the only one that actually matters. So if this video opened your eyes, subscribe right now, because in the next one, I'll show you exactly how the world's wealthiest people multiply their money quietly, using systems anyone can build. The rich may never share these secrets openly, but now you know them. What you do next will decide which side of the equation you end up on.